Hello, boys and girls. Today in class we're supposed to see real conditionals, but I have some problems with the platform, so we couldn't have the chance. And now we're reviewing the topic. Okay, so here you have the information. Every time that we need to work with the real conditionals, okay, is to talk about possibilities in general time, anytime, but most of all in present and in future. Okay, so you have to pay attention of the time of the statement. Okay, the use. For use is to talk about real possibilities in general time and uncertain but possible events in the future. The form, okay? To make a conditional clause, we begin, of course, with the if in positive, in negative, if not, or sometimes unless, okay? And the verb is usually in the present, okay? Unless, a menos que, okay? El if es el condicional, el sí. No sí de confirmación, sino el si fuera, si iría, okay? Then, the result clause usually contains present tense verbs, okay? For example, to talk about possibilities in general time, or future tense verbs and modals such as can. We're going to use modals like can, may, must, or should, okay? To talk about uncertain events in the future, okay? Then says you can begin a sentence with either a condition or a result clause. Remember that we don't have a specific order. You can begin with a condition and then you have the result, or first you have the result and then the condition. Okay. I will be married if you happy. I will be married. No. I will be happy if you marry me. If you marry me, I will be happy. So I have a condition and then a result, or I have a result and then a condition. Okay? Also, possibilities in general time. Verb in result clause is in the present. Okay? Examples. We have the condition. Unless you give plants enough water, we have a result. They die. Okay? Another condition. If it isn't cold enough, we have the result. It doesn't snow. Okay? Or we have a result. It's time to eat. Unless you're not hungry or you aren't hungry. Okay? Talk to your plants if you want them to grow. For example, they say that if you have plants and if you talk to them lovely, you take care of them, if they feel that you take care about them, that you care about the plants, they say they're going to have a longer life. Okay. There are some persons that have like good hand to have plants. Okay, right, Grex? Well, what else? Then more information. It says uncertain events in the future. The result clause has future verb or modal. For example, if it rains, the result, I'll take an umbrella. I'll take an umbrella if it rains. It's the same. It's the same information. Okay? 1 plus 1 is the same as 2. And the other 1 plus 1 is the same as 2. If she doesn't study, she may fail the exam. Okay? She may fail the exam if she doesn't study. Okay? They will come to the party if they find a babysitter. If they find a babysitter, they will come to the party. I'm going to buy a new dress if I get paid today. If I get paid today, I'm going to buy a new dress. I'm going to have a 10 on the test if I study enough. If I study enough, I'm going to have a 10 on the test. Okay? Right, Victor? He won't wash the car unless you pay him. Unless you pay him, he won't wash the car. For example, David, let's suppose that you want to see a Tigres match. So you can say, I will see the Tigres match if I buy the ticket. If I have a ticket, I will see the Tigres match, right? So we're going to work with if not, unless, can, may, must, or should, okay? And then we have an example. You can go home on time unless you finish this report, okay? Or unless you finish this report, you can go home on time, okay? We have the condition and then we have the result, okay? Or we can have the result and then we have the condition, okay? So it's the same thing. The only thing is that you have to pay attention on the time, okay? On the time, okay? And we have more examples. We have more examples. For example, the structure. If it is in present simple, you need the result in present simple, okay? Or simple present is the same. For example, to talk about things that are always true, like a scientific fact, okay? We have more examples. If you freeze water, it turns into ice. And if you heat water at 100 degrees, it boils. If students miss an exam, the professor fails them, of course. If my wife has a cold, I usually catch it. I get tired if I work too much. If I'm late for dinner, they start eating without me. So, if the action in the principal cause is in present, the result has to be in present, okay? If in the result the action is present, the cause has to be in present, okay? Present with present, okay? It's very easy. The only thing that you have to do is to see the tense of the statement, okay? More examples, okay? I have never cooked chicken with rice before. It's easy, but if you cook it too long, the chicken gets tough, okay? If you cook, what tense is that? It's not past, it's not progressive. So cook, it's simple present. That's why we need the action. Not the action, I'm sorry. That's why we need the result in present also. Also in present. Chicken gets, okay? Gets is in simple present. And why is gets and not get? Because chicken is singular, is the third form of the pronouns. Or it's in singular, is the third form of the noun, of the subject. If we're talking about chickens, then we will put get, right? Well, let's see another one. Do you think Tim will go to Harvard University if he is accepted? I'm sure he will. Will is future, okay? So the answer has to be with will, okay? Do you prefer downhill or cross-country skiing? I like both. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, cross-country is better. Okay, don't want. It's negative, but it's simple present. That's why we need is. Okay, is in simple present also, or present simple. Do you have plans for the weekend, Gary? Yes, we're going sailing unless the weather is bad. Why don't you come too? Thank you. That sounds like fun. Okay, we are going, okay, future progressive, okay? So that's why we need is and not was or be, okay? Is, because it's also, you need the auxiliary in or the action in simple present. According to the weather report, if it keeps raining, the river will flood by morning, okay? Keeps raining. It's also like future progressive, or simple present, and then we need the action in future, okay? Not in past. Okay, let's do more examples with the English platform. Okay, so we can continue practicing. Okay, let's make some examples. Okay, for example here, the English correspondence course sounds unrealistic. Why is that? It says if you, I don't know what, to their lessons for 3 weeks, you must, I don't know what, your foreign accent. So it says if you will lose, will listen it, or lost. Listen it, no, because it's not past. So we forget about that. Okay. It says if you lost to their lessons, no, it doesn't sound correct. So that's not good. That we're going to forget about that word for this moment. Okay. So it says if you listen, will listen, or will lose. Which of the three? What could it be the answer? Well, of course, it says it's present. Okay, so we need to select listen. Okay, because listen is in present. Okay, so if it says if you listen to their lessons, says it's simple present, listen is simple present. Why it doesn't have an S? Because you are the second person in singular. If it is he, she, or it would be listens. But you is the second person of the singular. Okay. So it says if you listen to their lesson for 3 weeks, you what? You will lost your foreign accent. You listen it. You will lose. You will listen. What is the answer? Of course, you will lose your foreign accent. Okay. Dicen que si escuchas a las lecciones de ellos por 3 semanas, vas a perder tu acento. Okay. So this is the correct answer. Okay. Listen and will lose. Okay. Let's see another one. That it says, does Tom call home from the university very often? He doesn't. Calling us? Will call us? He doesn't call us. He doesn't call us. Or he doesn't is calling us unless he needs something. Which is the answer? Well, first of all, he doesn't. It's negative in present. So we can't use calling. We can use will call. We can use called, and we can use is calling because we already have the auxiliary doesn't, and we can have another auxiliary. So he doesn't what? He doesn't call us. This one. He doesn't call us unless he needs something. Got it? Present with present. Okay, we can use this one because it's an auxiliary and we already have doesn't. Okay, we can't use this one because this is past and this is present. We can use this because this is future and this is present. Okay, we can't use this one because ing doesn't go with doesn't, with the auxiliary do or does. So this is the correct. Okay, we can put here and this is the correct form. So please pay attention to this information and we're going to review it. Okay, we're going to review it because maybe for some could be kind of difficult or yes, difficult. But if you pay attention to the tense, is the correct if you pay attention to the tense, is the correct answer that you're going to select. Okay? Well, if you have any questions, doubts, or comments, please let me know.